Everyone. So we're going to be talking about chapter 4 on patient, no, not patient, the provider characteristics. Sorry, had a brain fart, and my voice is still coming back to me, so just keep that in mind. So if this is hard to watch, sorry about that. Um, so right off of the first few pages of the chapter, what I thought was really interesting was how the person Kristen, instantly started talking about how people feel intimidated to talk to their providers, and you know what? That is 100% valid. When I had followed back up with my doctor in regard to my nose, piggybacking off of what I said in the last video, um, it was really hard for me to open up to him. But in general, when I had first got to the actual room that I was assigned, the nurse was really friendly. She's like, "Hey, how are you doing? What's up? Like, what are you feeling? What's bothering you? Can you, let's talk." And I was like, "Awesome." So I just told her everything. She's like, "Great." She's taking like a lot of notes. And she's like, "Cool, is there anything else?" She even asked me if I want to get tested for some stuff. And I was like, "No, I'm good. I just want to focus on what I came to do today." And she was like, just you never know. And I was like, "Oh, I know, I'm good." So that happened. And when the doctor actually came, he was just like so serious and stern. And it was just right off the bat, problem solution. Like, let's get you out of here. Let's get this and go. Like, it wasn't really like, okay, let's talk about why these things could be happening, because my at the time I was getting my nose examined, I had also injured my ankle, so I felt I should probably ask, like, is this a common occurrence, or is there something I need to be doing in regard to protect my ankle, because it was becoming discolored. And all he was like, "Oh, you just need new shoes." And I was just like, I could have thought of that. Like, that's all you have to tell me. So I was like, whatever. It was a bit discouraging, but you know, people need to realize that we're so quick to look at the negative interactions, but not every provider is like that. You know, in regards to my grandma, she's going through dialysis. Well, potentially, her kidneys aren't that up to par anymore, and her kidney dialysis doctor specialist, I don't know the title, sorry. Um, he is on it with her. He's like, "You know what? We're going to make sure that your kidneys are functioning at the level that is high enough to where you won't have to be hooked up to the machine, because once you do, you're basically giving up your independence, because you're going to have to visit the certain location to get, your kidneys flushed every certain amount of days of the week, or you could get a bag, a catheter. I think it's a catheter. Don't quote me on that. I'm not too sure. It would have to create an incision and have it inserted in her arm or the stomach area. But since she has really weak veins, it's looking like she's gonna have to go and get dialysis through the machine at that clinic. But he's always constantly getting on her. Are you drinking enough water? What do you need to talk about? What are your concerns? What can we do to enhance this experience for you? But she's still believing that there's a pill that will save her kidneys, and he's explained this to her many times, but it's just not going through. But he is very determined to get her to understand that this is a very important factor, and that he wants her to, really take this seriously, because this is her life on the line. And dialysis seems really scary, and she doesn't drive, so there's a lot of stress that can go on towards transportation. And that's you can tell he really cares. And a lot of people don't feel that, but that's something that, like, social talk and partnership building, that I thought was really cool to see, not from my own experience, but for somebody who's going through something more serious.